Let's ask our expert panel. Joining us is News Corp columnist Louise Roberts and royal commentator Kinsey Schofield. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the program. Louise, where to even begin with this? There's so much to unpack. Why do you think the pair are taking a step back from the public shaming of the royal family?
Hi, Danica. Well, yes, I mean, royal bashing is their industry. That's what they've made millions of money. They've made so much money out of attacking their own family, as we know, and as you described then. But I think it's less about them having nothing left to say. I'm sure there's plenty more bullets left in that chamber, and more about perhaps some advice from Meghan's new agent, who's probably said to them, at least said to Meghan, if not to both of them, guys, you've got to come up with a new strategy here. You'll become a one-trick pony. You're constantly bashing your family. There's only so much you can do on that. You need something else in your portfolio. So I think it's more about some sort of subtle agent manoeuvring there.
Yeah, maybe it's got to do with the reinvention of the brand, given, as you mentioned, that Meghan does have a new agent. Kinsey, how do you think the royal family would feel to hear that Harry and Meghan are done with all these media appearances?
Well, there are reports that King Charles felt a sense of relief when he heard that they were going to, keep their mouth shut for a bit. But, I do think that they would be immensely happy to know that Harry and Meghan weren't going to continue to attack them, because Harry and Meghan were lobbing grenades at them during some of the most sensitive times in their lives recently. They were mourning people. There were people ill, and Harry and Meghan didn't think to be a little tamer so that they could have time to mourn and just deal with some of the most horrific instances in their lives recently.
Well, exactly. And I guess, Kinsey, that begs the biggest question here. Are they really done, do you think?
I don't think they can help themselves. I mean, we heard in Harry's Telegraph interview, he said that he had kept certain things out of the book. He'd spared us in Spare so that he wouldn't hurt his father and his brother. There were also allegedly like 400 pages that the lawyers wouldn't approve. Meghan told us in the Cut interview that she kept a diary while she was at Frogmore Cottage. We know that there is more content out there.
Well, I guess now we wait and see. But what is certainly interesting is could this possibly have an impact on their marriage? There are now reports that the pair are, quote, moving in opposite directions, and that Meghan is perhaps forging ahead with her own life after the royals. Louise, what do you make of these reports of a potential rift between the pair?
I do think they appear to be at a fork in the road. Either Harry has outdone or outlived his usefulness to Meghan, or they've learned, as many married couples do, to sort of live a life with a bit of independence as well, which doesn't necessarily mean they're heading for the divorce courts. But I think either way, she seems to be eclipsing Harry a bit on the PR front. His PR reputation's in tatters. She seems to be going from strength to strength with Meghan Incorporated. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens to the brand. It seems to be more about her rather than Harry at the moment.